Hello, what to do? Atchison Motorsports Xfinity Series live here from Bristol. We're about to get the green flag, and sorry, they started a little bit earlier than I expected them to, why a little late to the broadcast, my apologies. But Jim on the jump, we're underway here from Bristol. Jim gets a pretty good lead here over Justin Wilson. Now moves past Chase Berry to get into second. And that bottom lane can work a little bit on fresh tires, but once you get a longer run, that high side is the crucial line here. You see Chase Berry and try to look to go underneath Justin Wilson on the inside. Can't quite get it done though. The outside just has so much more momentum. As Jim Mott won last week at Watkins Glen. Looking to try to go back-to-back here tonight in Atchison Motorsports Xfinity Series. And right now it's doing a pretty good job. So Jim Mott getting pressured greatly though by Justin Wilson from behind. Oliver bumper of him right now is here comes down low. Justin Wilson for the race lead, had it back out of it, couldn't quite get it done. Gonna fill the gap on the outside to block off Chase Berry from taking that spot. As Jamont still trying to hold on to the race lead right now. But here comes Justin Wilson. Bumped a little bit down the straightaway right there. Little tap in the left rear corner a little bit. But the first 5 laps so far are here tonight. And that 58 machine trying to pressure them into a mistake or find a way around them. Either or works. As you see, actually the other machine already has some nose damage. Maybe from either hitting the wall or I believe getting the back of Justin Wilson. But I don't see any rear damage on Justin Wilson, so it's kind of odd that I see that's not a lot of front damage for him. But currently up front, Jamont can turn the lead right here. Back here in 4th place, Jonathan Mazzella. Then you have CJ Gates, Kirk Sage at number 40 machine. And you have the 58 Jeffrey Meyer. And you have Ryan Atchison. Got Kenneth Sage right there. And it looks like there is 9 starters here tonight. The one in front of them all, Jim Ott, and that number 3 machine trying to hold on to the lead here. As top 3 all in a blanket of half a second right now. And that's just Wilson trying to find a way around, and that's the problem as well. Bristol, you see, he gets a good run on the inside. He's gonna have to try to pull a slide job here into the corner. Can't quite get it done though. As you're gonna see all night long. As Justin Wilson almost has the run right here to get clear of Jamont. It looks like he actually might be able to do it here on the inside. So good run by Justin Wilson, but it's really hard to pass here at the Bristol with the high progressive banking that's the main line as right now Justin Wilson just flew onto the race lead right now. Wilson holding the race lead for now. So I'm looking at my fellow commentator, Stephen Gale. Turned a little bit late. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing pretty good myself. And yeah, actually, it started a little bit earlier than I expected them to. So fortunately, I missed the grid and whatnot, but nevertheless, still managed to catch the start of the race. So, and on Justin Wilson holding onto the race lead by a half second over Chase Berry. He actually got around Jim Ott for a second. It looks like he actually does not have any nose damage, so maybe just some weird RSing glitches there as his front end's now perfectly clean. So, but it's pretty crazy how fast these guys knock off laps here at Bristol. As you see Justin Wilson almost hit the outside wall right there, and you're gonna see guys hit the outside wall every now and then as they just get tight or hit some of the bumps. And 1 and 2, I can tell you, mostly turn 1, it's a lot of bumps that kind of rattles your car up towards the wall. It kind of sucks you into the wall pretty much. So it's really hard just to try to keep your car off of that wall and not get into it. Because as soon as you get into it, kind of makes you get stuck on it the whole rest of the corner. But right now, Chase Berry actually making some gains on Just Wilson for this race lead. Already here. Race number 20, Last Great Colosseum Xfinity Series. These guys head back to Bristol Motor Speedway. Currently, Just Wilson pulling away just a bit. He missed last week at Watkins Glen, but is here back this week, and he's gonna try to run away with it, just like he did earlier this season when we went to Bristol for the first time under the lights. So, trying to do it here in the hot sun as well. He's actually just really tight off turn 4. Really have to turn the car to the left to keep him in the outside wall.
They're gonna start pushing lap traffic soon after catching Kenneth Sargent and CJ Gates.
Also, this race is shorter than the first time I came here. The first time I came here was 225 laps around its half-mile speedway. Now it's on 150 for this race, so 75 laps shorter. I see Just Wilson continue to get right tight off turn 4. Let's keep leading off the gas and turning it harder on the exit to avoid hitting the outside wall, which will give you a lot of right front damage if you do end up hitting it, so you gotta be very careful not to.
Good thing about Bristol is that aero doesn't really play the biggest factor in this race, so he can have a beat-up car, but yet still perform very well.
As you say that, so Just Wilson hit the outside wall right there, and now Chase Berry actually hits the outside wall just a bit there. You kind of go into the corner carrying a lot of speed. You know, you got to run that high line if you want to be fast. Sometimes you just misjudge it and just slide on that wall sometimes, and sometimes it can slow you down and really cost a lot of time, and other times it's not a huge deal depending on where you hit it and how the severity of you hitting it. But actually, see Chase Berry trying to run a little bit lower right there on entry. Not quite sure what he's trying to do with that. Maybe just trying to search to see if it's possible. Oh, Kenneth Sidger hard to the outside wall, now down into the inside wall. That 61 machine, you're gonna get back rolling and manages to keep the car straight, not wreck at all. So great save by him, and good job keeping out of the way of the leader, especially if you look back at what happened there. He's gonna stay on the racetrack, it looks like here. I think he just got tight, kind of like what we're seeing our race leader do right now, getting tight out of turn 4, but fortunately for him, he was unable to keep it out of the wall and hit the outside wall, spun down the track into the inside wall pretty hard, and got the car back in gear and got it back rolling again. But pretty scary there, I'm sure, for the leaders who are right behind that.
Yeah, looks like everyone's battling a very tight car as Justin Wilson is starting to approach Roy. So Roy could play a big factor if Chase Berry can actually pass Justin. If he holds up, if Roy holds up Justin.
Yeah, well, Chase tried to use Roy Atchison as a pick to try to get around Justin Wilson. It's kind of a classic short track thing to do. Hold the guy you're trying to beat up behind a lapped car and kind of block him in and take the line away. So, as Chase Berry only 2/10 behind leader Justin Wilson right now, trying to look to make some ground on him.
Roy has the cleanest car on the field.
Looks like Rodgers now is actually going to go down low, get out of harm's way. The leaders go on by. As looks like I didn't hold up anybody at all as he got nice and out of the way on the bottom. So Just Wilson going to continue to hold on to the race lead here.
And it looked like at the exit of 2. It looks like Justin scraped the law just a little.
Chase Berry got the wall right there in turn 1. And I believe we're approaching the end of stage 1. Again, unfortunately, I did not get a confirmed lap count on the stages tonight, as I joined a little bit late. My apologies for that, but as we're just about going to be a quarter way through the race, so I can only imagine we'll be getting to that sometime shortly, maybe lap 40, maybe lap 45, somewhere around there.
Roy better hopes that Justin doesn't pass CJ here, so he can get back on the lead lap, get that lucky dog position.
Caution flag is out. That may be it for the stage.
That's for the stage, yes.
Alrighty, so stage 1 completed here. Justin Wilson looking to try to pull the cycle like he did earlier here in the season at Bristol. Take a look quickly at your stage results before discussing pit stops. Justin Wilson picks up first. Chase Berry will come in second. Jim Mott third. Josh Mazzilla fourth. Christian to fifth. From R6. Susie Gates seventh. Atchison in eighth. And Kenneth Sager. Both of those guys 1 lap down, finishing 8th and 9th here in stage 1.
This will give Roy the free pass for the lucky dog, so he will get back on that lead lap and compete to try to win the race still.
Wilson picks up your first stage win as these guys are heading down on the pit lane to get some service under their cars here. I'm going to see who's the first one off of pit lane. Oh, Chase Berry, photo finish right there with Justin Wilson. You got Jim Mott and the rest of the guys following. So Chase Berry
won it.
Chase Berry wins the race off of pit road.
It looks like Chase also has some damage fixed as well.
As just Wilson trying to steal some lap sled there and speeding past the 11 machine. I know that trick before. But
At Bristol is all about that track position and the restarts. If Chase gets a good start, he can probably hold on to the lead till stage 2.
And we have seen him get the lead with pitch strategy and good pitch stops to get ahead of Justin Wilson. Saw earlier this season at Pocono when he got his first career victory, holding off Justin Wilson for the last good 25 laps there. So here at Bristol, it's pretty hard to pass. So obviously, if you can hold off people, you're going to do pretty good that night. So we're going to see how much he can hold off Justin Wilson. Actually, he was pretty fast in the long run there as well. Gained on Justin Wilson, got around Jim off for second. Started gain on Justin Wilson for the race lead before the stage caution flew. So it'll be interesting to see on this run just how far he can stretch his lead, or if he ends up getting past with Justin. Well, under our first caution flag of the night, we'll quickly look at track weather here tonight at Bristol Motor Speedway. 78-degree air temperature, 2-mile-an-hour wind speed towards the north, 1% humidity, 0% fog, partly cloudy sky conditions, and of course it's a day race here at Bristol.
The lights are off on the pace car. 61 is still 1 lap down. Need caution to get back on the lead lap.
Pace car member ready to hurry up, turn down on a pit lane, let these beasts get loose once again here from Bristol. Green flag is out, we're back on the way here from Bristol. Chase Berry with a great restart, clears Justin Wilson on the initial start, but here comes Justin Wilson now down low to fight for that race lead. Forward over to the back stride, into turn 3. Looks just Wilson gets clear as Chase Berry hits the outside wall and
Save.
slides down the track. Gives second place to Jim Mont, but yeah, managed to gather back up and not lose any more spots than just second place right there. As Jeff Meyer now going to try to challenge him for that spot though. As contact is made, and there's Jeffrey Meyer down the track and up the track once again. Gets hit by the Ford machine of Jonathan Bozzella. He too actually managed to keep the car straight. Wow. As now he gets into 61 of Kenner Sage. Here he goes around sideways. There's the caution flag. And 3 times the charm brings up the caution.
What an exciting restart.
Every lap we had cars getting turned sideways, and finally one of them brought the caution flag out. But we're going to take a look back there at pretty much all the incidences we saw, as it's pretty chaotic ever since we came around to complete the first lap since the restart. Initially started with Chase Berry. So we're going to take a look back here at what happened to Chase Berry here on lap 46 here, coming to lap 47. Sees on the outside, Justin Wilson. Justin Wilson goes on by, gets clear. He's trying to get the run off the corner to stay on the outside of Justin, but this judge just hits the outside wall, spins down the track, and just out of Jim Mott's way to lose second place. So great job by him to miss that. And if we speed up here just a bit, there you see Justin Wilson to his inside. Jeff Meyer is inside. He misjudges it, goes up, accidentally hits the left rear corner of Chase Berry, which then turns his car sideways. He goes down the track, just misses the inside wall, decides back up the track in front of traffic. Nowhere for the 4 of Jonathan Bozzella to go. He hits him just lightly. We'll have to skip a lap after that. And you see Jeff Meyer trying to regain a check position he lost. And just 61 maybe didn't really know he was down there, trying to get a good arc in the corner and cut him off and got around sideways. But even still, he didn't go fully around.
Even to get his stuff prepared.
But sure to look on board here from the 50 camera. You see, I think he tried going for a little bit of a gap, but 61 kind of cut him off, and maybe didn't know he was down there. So just a little short track racing incident, nothing that anybody needs to get overly mad about or concerned about. So this is Bristol.
Road track racing.
Currently, Jess Wilson now leading the field under caution. He's gonna try to fake pit here just a bit. Here for the Atchison Motorsports Xfinity Series, let's thank some of our sponsors here on LCTV and all of some of the sponsors here on Atchison Motorsports Xfinity Series. Proper Box Accessories, along with Suicide Awareness. Let's give a shout out here tonight to Randy's Wraps. Last but not least, Outlaw Gamer. Check them out on Facebook and YouTube. Pace car lights are out, ready to get back stacked up double foul here for the restart, second one of the night. And with only 25 laps to go here in stage 2 before we've already going to complete 2 stages here. So 25 lap pretty much sprint to the finish. Might be thinking 25 laps pretty long here at Bristol. It does not take long to get around this half mile. Only about 15-second lap time. So in 4 laps, only take a minute time. So pace car ready to make the half turn down on the pit lane. There it goes. And Just Wilson, wait for him to hit the gas here and get us back under green. Green flag is out. We're back on the way here from Bristol. Massive wheel spin from Jim Mont on the outside. Almost actually got turned there by CJ Gates. He didn't expect that. So great job everybody to avoid getting all stacked up there and causing a big accident on the restart. But just fire into the outside wall off turn 4.
He's very trying to make a resurgence here, trying to get past the 40 of Kirk.
Kirk's having a pretty good run right now in third place. Here goes Chase Berry, the huge head of steam off of turn 4. Gonna go down low on that 40 machine, try to get the position from him. Looks like he will clear him off of turn 2, move back into the podium spot here. Kirk tries to crossover, can't quite do it.
Chase Berry also does have fresh tires for anyone else, so that maybe that can come in if we do have the long run here till the stage 2 end. So it's gonna be interesting to see how that's gonna play out for him.
We're gonna have our LCTV gyro cam here, number 3 machine of Jim Mine. Just look at the banking here at Bristol. Banking almost to that of Talladega and Daytona, but it's only a half-mile speedway. It's Justin Wilson hard to the outside wall. Justin Wilson knocked the wall down off of turn 2. Now almost makes contact with Jim Mott for the race lead. With just 20 laps to go here. We've got 19 laps to go here in stage 2. Now here comes Chase Berry to try to get into the fight here. Gonna try to get around Jim Mott actually now for second place on the inside. Can't quite make it stick because he's gonna fall back in line now. Just Wilson gets loose off of turn 2, slides down just a bit. Just Wilson got a little really tight right there out of turn 4 to back out of it. A roll out of throw. Now here comes Jim Mott down low on the inside. Comes the 3 machine door to door into turn 3. And now if Jim Mott does not get a spot away from Just Wilson, here is Chase Berry now on the outside for that second position. Looks like Chase Berry would take the spot away from Jim Mott as inside lane is so much slower here around Bristol. Just Wilson now trying to hold off the 11 machine of Chase Berry with 14 laps to go here in stage 2. Oh, here comes Chase Berry trying to pull a slide job on Justin Wilson. Can't quite make it stick. Backs out of it to avoid hitting Justin Wilson, but it'll cost him quite a bit of time here. Just Wilson scrapes the outside wall out there in turn 2. We're on board with Jim Mott and the gyro cam. Oh, Jim Mott and the outside wall just a bit right there. And with Chase Berry again trying to make a move on the race lead. Aiming for the stage run here and Justin Wilson. Can't quite get it done on the inside right there. And the problem is, you can't really bump somebody out of the way either, because we always run the high line. If you just bump the guy, you're going to hit him into the outside wall, and it's not going to really work for you as you're going to hold up. But, oh, Chase Berry very close. Just Wilson's rear bumper right there. That's only good sideways going into turn 1. Haynes onto it. He's driving that car to its limits. And I think it was Jim Mott down low trying to take back that second place away. And see if he gets it done as he gets shot by Justin Wilson. Can't quite clear Chase Berry off the corner. We have just 8 laps to go here into stage 2. As again, side by side for a second. This is exactly what Just wants to see. He wants to see these guys battle it out so he can pull away. But it looks like now Chase Berry cleared Jim Mott off of turn 4 and hold on to that second position as he slides in the corner again. Checks up, gets Jim Mott in the back and just lightly. And Chase Berry overdriving that car just a bit. Gotta try to set up a run here for the stage win on Justin Wilson. There's 6 laps to go here in stage 2. There goes Jim Mott now sliding into the corner just a bit. Oh, the outside wall for Chase Berry off of turn 4 onto the front stretch. 5 laps to go here in stage 2. The top 3, Alder and Blanket have 7/10 of a second. One of them will be the stage winner. With just 4 laps to go right now, Just Wilson leads the pack of the 3. Oh, Jamont into the outside wall looked like. Just Wilson just trying to hold these cats off and hold on to this stage win right here. He's going to have to work hard for coming up to just 2 laps to go in the stage here. What is Chase Berry? A half for Justin Wilson. Can Jim Mott try to get around 2 guys here in 2 laps? Chase Berry's got to make a move right now. He's going to try to look to the outside. Can't quite get a good enough a run. It was Jim Mott trying to get underneath him. Can't quite make that move. It's going up to the final lap here in stage 2. What does Chase Berry have for race leader Justin Wilson? He's going to send it in deep a little bit into turn 1. And I don't think he really has a shot here in turn 3. He's going to go down low, tries to make something happen. Going to charge it in hard down low. Kick, make it stick, backs out of it. Oh, Jim Mott makes contact. And a caution flag will wave here. So wait for it. Wait for the caution flag here. Just Wilson now down low on Chase Berry. There's the caution flag. And now was just... Okay, looks like Chase Berry was indeed ahead of Jim Mott. So that is the caution flag. And 58 machine of Just Wilson picks up stage number 2 here from Bristol. So winning stage 1, winning stage 2. Going to try to go for the sweep here if he can get it done in the final stage here tonight. Just like he did back earlier this season, where he first went to this half-mile speedway. As he's going to come down pit road, take a look at the stage results. Just Wilson picks up first, Chase Berry second, Jim Mott third, Chris is fourth, Trisha Myers in the top 5. Roger Singh gets back to the lap, going again to 6th, Jonathan Mazzella in 7th, Cedar Gates 8th, and Kenneth Stager one car lap down in 9th. Now here come these guys onto the pit lane. There you see Jim Mott in the number 1 pit stall. Interesting to see how that works out for him right here. First one off pit road, Chase Berry again with a fast pit stop. Then you see it, Justin Wilson, Jim Mott, Kirk Sager, Jonathan Mazzella off pit road. There's the machine, Jeff Mark getting some repairs, don't look like. You're going to stay on pit road here for a little bit. But once again, Chase Berry with a quick pit stop here. You see the lap cars, another guy's pitting right there. Jim Mott is going to steal a lap lead here. I'm going to go to a quick commercial break. Don't grab right back. Welcome back live here to Bristol Motor Speedway, race number 20 of the Atchison Motorsports Xfinity Series. Better go back green flag here after the completion of stage 2. Chase Berry lead the field back to the green flag. He's in the gas back away here from Bristol. I think it was just Wilson out with a crossover down low, trying to pull the slider on Chase Berry. Can't quite get it done. As Chase Berry gonna hold him off here with Jim Hunt. Gets cut off by Justin Wilson. Very aggressive racing here. Only on lap 86, or excuse me, lap 87, 150 now. As Chase Berry holding on to the race lead over Justin Wilson. Again, Justin Wilson has 8 wins this season. And that's for Xfinity Series, looking to try to make that nice. Oh, Atchison's wrecked. Sitting on the backstretch, no caution flag as of yet. He's actually going to tow it back to pit road. Kind of stage are also involved. We'll take a look back at what happened there as these guys kind of come down just a bit in the front. So I'm going to take a look back at what happened to 88 machine right there. Along with the 61. Here's Roy Atchison as, okay. Well, looks like that was just pretty much intentional. So, black flag being handed out. It's just one machine, but Chase Berry up front, currently leading here over Justin Wilson. You'll see just how close he gets to this outside wall. How close this is. A few inches or a light mistake and you're into the outside wall, and it's pretty crazy. Going 140 miles an hour into the corner, then carrying about 100 miles an hour of speed throughout the corner. It is pretty fast, so currently leading over Justin Wilson, that 58 machine behind him right there, you see. And Jim Mott also not too far behind. As Chase Berry, kind of a really low line right there on the exit of the corner. Actually, it's the outside wall on turn 3. As here comes Justin Wilson looking to try to take back the race lead that was once his. With Jimont not far behind him either. Chase Berry has a mirror full of Justin Wilson right now. He's going to make sure not to crack under pressure. And pretty much just hold the outside lane, not really lit. Justin Wilson got a good run on him. Justin Wilson's right there, trying to get a run on the race leader, Chase Berry. So far has led 20 laps here tonight. Justin Wilson has led 67. So here comes Justin Wilson now down low to try to pull the slider. Can he get it done? No. Chase Berry going to carry the momentum on the outside. Hold on to the race. He gets the outside wall. And now that might be just enough for Justin Wilson needs. That looks like Chase Berry going to continue to carry the momentum on the outside and hold on to that spot for now. As they're going to complete lap 100 here and go with just 50 laps to go. Chase Berry, again, very tight off the corner. Justin Wilson up to his door actually led that lap that time by. As Chase Berry going to get cut off by Justin Wilson. There's contact. Justin Wilson goes sideways. Jimont goes low to avoid Chase Berry. Chase Berry fights back on the outside, holds on to the race lead. Now here goes Jimont, taking it 3 wide for the race lead. Gonna back out of that, as there's clearly no room for that, but now Justin Wilson back down low on Chase Berry, looking to try to get another snap of this race lead. He makes contact with Chase Berry, the wall, they're all wrecked! Oh my goodness. And the Ford makes it through all the big pile in. Jeffrey Meyer T-bones Justin Wilson, who now disconnects or gets hit the tow truck. Oh my goodness. Tempers flaring on the radio. That's Bristol. And that's just hard racing for the lead. You see her here, just Wilson mistiming it, and then, oh, wow, a hard hit, and then all of a sudden, as you see just Wilson sitting here, it gets T-boned. Oh, wow. And then ends up putting behind the wall with a blown motor for the 58 of Justin Wilson, which takes him out of the race. As again, these guys going out with the radio. Wow. But left from a different angle here. And honestly, nothing was intentional in that wreck. Just want to kind of clarify that. That's just Bristol racing. It's very tight here around a half-mile speedway. Get really tight, especially on old tires. These guys are racing extremely hard for the race. Lead 58 getting a run off. Maybe even thinking he could get clear and just comes up right into the 11 machine. Chase Perry, no, nothing Chase Perry could do. Nothing wrong that he did. Gets put on the outside wall. Looked like they were going to be pretty much okay until Jim Mott didn't really know where to go. Just carrying a lot of momentum. Gets into the back of Chase Berry just enough to turn him sideways. Just Wilson hits the wall hard. Chase Berry hits the wall very heavy as well. It's just Wilson goes up actually on two wheels before sliding up, hitting the outside wall. And John Bell makes it through, and Jeffrey Meyer, oh, wow, hard hit. Wow. And it looks like Kenneth Sagert, just Wilson, they've all put them behind the wall. I'm actually go on board here with Jeffrey Meyer to see what he saw from this whole thing. It's kind of hard to see around the corners here at Bristol. You see wreck up in front of him, and maybe just wasn't paying attention or something, and very quickly ended his night here at Bristol. These guys have no fast repairs, so that's pretty much it for a lot of these guys here. He's going to go on board with Jim Hunt. While this all happens directly in front of him, he was right in third place here. Now Sutton actually gets the race lead out of this. You see, yeah, just gets squeezed in the wall and nowhere to go. He lets off the gas, but it's already too late, and hard against the wall, both of them. Wow. Two fastest guys all night long. Pretty much taken out of this race, though I will say, as we're going to go look at this woman angle, we're going to look at the chopper camera here. I will say, I think Chase Berry actually still could be okay. It is Bristol. He still has a motor left in it, which is good. It's pretty hard hit in the inside wall, but engine still runs. Luckily, he didn't get hit right there. As you see, wow. And then, yeah, crazy madness here from Bristol. But as these guys are already stacked up, they will follow for the restart now. Jonathan Mazzella actually will get the race lead out of all of this. And Jim Mott now in second, or CJ Gates. And there's Chase Berry in that battle number 11 machine. Going to try to still bring that thing to victory lane. That's his goal, as that thing was very fast. But Jim Mott also very fast. But Jonathan Mazzella, his first time up here, leading the laps tonight. Actually, only led 2 laps. And those are the 2 caution laps we've run so far. Space car going to make that way. Actually, not competition space car on the pit road. There it goes. And green flag is out. We're backing away from Bristol. John Mazzella on the jump. And again, Jim Mott, massive wheel spin on the outside. As now John Mazzella gets the race lead. And CJ Gates almost won it last week at Watkins Glen. Going to try to get it done here at Bristol. But Jim Mott going to go on the outside of him. Here comes CJ Gates. Let's try to look for that third position. As CJ Gates, Chase Berry. As CJ Gates going to try to shut the door on the 11 machine. Chase Berry going to get a good run. He turns 1 and 2 actually. Goes on around the 13 to see Gates and clears him. Is now up front. Here goes Jim Mott trying to challenge his number 4 machines. He hits the outside wall. Just 40 laps to go here from Bristol. These guys don't have to pit for fuel. And the 4 machine of Don Mazzella looking to try to get his first career victory in the Atchison Motorsports Xfinity Series. And only his 5th career start, as he's got a hungry number 3 machine looking to try to go to back-to-back here. Oh, he hits the outside wall and turns 1 and 2. Pretty hard, actually. Trying to stay ahead of that 3 machine of Jim Mott. Here comes Jim Mott now. Going to try to get another run on the 4 machine, Don Mazzella. He's doing everything he can. Hold on to deal with life for that race lead. He just wants a win badly. He's 14th currently in points. First car out of the chase. Now trying to hold off the 3 machine of Jim Mont, who's already a winner in this series. As Jim Mont goes extremely sideways off of turn 4. Now here comes Chase Berry to try to capture that second position. Don't know if he can to try to get that spot away. As this John Pizzella hold on to the race lead for now. But here comes a hungry number 3 machine of Jim Mont, who already is the points leader, already has 4 wins this season, looking for win number 5. As now the favorite has been taken out of the race, Justin Wilson, who has 8 wins this season and 1 earlier this year, also won stage 1 and stage 2, as John Pizzella hits the outside wall again. And then he's going to hit the outside wall again off of turn 2, going to cost him the race lead and also second position, so a bit of a constantly just mistiming right there, and misjudgment call on him. Gonna cost him the race lead here from Bristol with just 34 laps to go. But now Chase Berry gonna try to bring that battered number 11 machine up on the rear bumper of Jim Mont. Got cut off. Justin Wilson got put on the outside wall. Got turned by Jim Mont. Hit the outside wall head on. But gonna fix that fade as much as they could and slap some bare bond on there. He's back out on track and currently in second place and actually gained on race leader Jim Mont. Jim Mont out into the outside wall just a bit right there. And again, Jim Mont into the outside wall very slightly right there. So coming up to 30 laps to go to look at the track info here. 2.52 miles here at Bristol. Elevation 1,472 feet. Our next few track temperature here at Bristol. In the daytime it's going to be a lot harder. As currently Jim Mont trying to run away from Chase Berry in his number 3 machine. Coming back out, Chase Berry up to a 4/10 of the second lead and trying to gain more on him right now. Chase Berry maybe not running as charging as hard as he was previously before, as it seemed not really get that close to the outside wall. I'm kind of surprised a little bit by that. But now to a half-second lead is Jim Mont. At this point, pretty much just hoping he can pull away from this little machine. Of course, he's going to be trying to save tires to see Jim Mont right next to the outside wall. Now to a 6.5 of a second lead. Chase Berry though, maybe some problems. Oh, Jim Mont gets very tight off turn 4. Chase Berry is hungry. He wants this win badly. He proved the fact that he's a winner in this series earlier at Poconos. You see Rodson going another lap down right there, already 20 laps down after getting involved in an incident there, hitching him the 61 machine. As Jim Mont continuing to lead here from Bristol. Trying to just run away with this. He does not want to see a caution flag right now. I was just giving an opportunity for Chase Berry to get a run on him. Try to take away this win from him. So we're going to try to go back-to-back in the Atchison Motorsports Xfinity Series, but he's actually not done yet. Which is pretty hard to believe, but every time he's won, he's never able to back it up with another win. He's going to try to do it here for the first time tonight at Bristol. 20 laps to go here. Only 10 more miles for Jim Mont. He's going to try to gap love machine of Chase Berry, but right now, lap traffic, Kirk Sager, who's running the top 5 really tonight. Not far ahead of these guys in that Coca-Cola Ford Mustang. Lap traffic might just play a role in this. First, it does not get out of the way, and maybe he's on the outside lane in front of Jim Mott, or holds up Jim Mott in some sort of way that could give opportunity for Chase Berry to make ground on him, and might just be what it needs. Oh, it's Chase Berry to the outside wall just a bit there. Excuse me, Jim Mott. As now you see in frame right there, the 40 of Kirk Sager. Got to go a lap down here. Currently in 5th position, so I guarantee he's going to try to fight to say lead lap. He does not want to go a lap down here. But, Chase Berry now falls off to a second gap. Really struggling, maybe tuned up tires, and of course a very damaged race car. As you see right there. It's going to be very tough for him to try to regain a Jim Mott right here. But now Kirk Sager holding up Jim Mott just a bit as he almost got on the outside wall right there. Jim Mott looks like he's going to go on by nevertheless, though. And now there's Chase Berry having a checkup to go around. Kirk Sager going to cost him a bit of time, I believe. There's Jim Mott now into the outside wall just a bit there. Chase Berry gets very tight into the outside wall as well. Hits the outside wall a couple times. It's going to cost them quite a bit of time at this point, unless there's a caution flag or unless the race leader is a huge mistake. Chase Berry hits the wall again. And almost scraped the wall right there. He's going to hit it right here on turn 4. Oh, he just missed it. Charging hard, but at this point, it's pretty much over. And I'm sure he's definitely thinking that through his head right now. Jim Mott just trying to run away with it right now. Point leader coming into this event. And also defending race winner after he won last week at Watkins Glen. Currently leading here at Bristol, coming up with just 11 laps to go now. Jim Mott, 10 laps to go here from Bristol. 43 machine of Jim Mott. 38 laps so far here. It'll be 39 this time by as we get just the single digits. Laps led. Chase Berry 2.5 seconds back now. John Zell actually maybe has some issues right there. I should catch Chase Berry here after Chase Berry's kind of falling off the pace here from the race lead. So Chase Berry still struggling this that beat up race car, but there's Jim Mott, number 3 machine. Left side looks pretty good, right side not quite so much. As you see a lot of right front fender damage there. Also a little bit of nose damage right there as well, but this time by, it will be 5 laps to go here from Bristol. 5 laps to go, and Jim Mott out front. Caution flag comes out, race will be over. So either way, Jim Mott going to pretty much secure this win here. It's a tough break for Chase Berry to get involved in an accident. Had a great charge though through the fields to get up to second. Almost got back to the race lead, but couldn't quite push the car enough to get it back up. There were 4 laps to go now. He's going to tick off the last few laps here. Now down to 3 laps to go from Bristol for Jim Mott. See lap traffic ahead, but no pressure from behind for the race lead as Chase Berry now out 4 seconds. Jeff Meyer going to move down low and out of Jim Mott's way here. This time by through turns 3 and 4. Be 1 lap to go from Bristol. Just one more time around. for Jim On in number 3 machine, looking for his 5th win of the season. Works his way through 1 and 2 in the high side. Goes to the back straightaway here. Gets clear of Jeff Meyer, who's the lapped car. Through 3 and 4 for the final time. And out of turn 4 onto the front stretch. Jim On is a 5-time winner in Atchison Motorsports Xfinity Series. He'll win here at Bristol. Second place, Chase Berry's going to hold on to that. Third place, Jonathan Pizzella. Fourth place will be CJ Gates. Hurts here rounding out your top 5. There's Chase Berry going to spin into the tire barriers, but Jim Mont, your race winner here from Bristol. He's going to do some celebrating here on the front stretch for the fans. Gonna roll over here to the front straightaway, burning out some more. Maybe do a burnout on the wall by chance. Or he's gonna back into the wall. Gotta make sure it passes inspection there, Jim. And not gonna do burnout on the wall. Or not. There we go. Gonna do some celebrating after a hard-fought victory here at Bristol. And there goes the motor. Bring it down to the motor went, but once we come back, we're gonna get some interviews of the top few finishers here. We'll be back. We'll go ahead, right back.
To leap over buildings, want to fly over the shores, faster than a lightning flash, rushing through the cool night air. So start ignition, count to 0. I just wanna be a superhero.
Hey, what's up, guys? Scott Speed here at the iRacing headquarters. Some exciting news about the upcoming Rallycross World Championship. They've got a wild card entry, and yours truly is going to get that spot. See you guys out on the track.
So, you want to race in NASCAR. The road starts here. Introducing the eNASCAR Ignite Series powered by iRacing. This is the gateway for all aspiring 13 to 16-year-olds. Starting June 20th, ignite your dreams of one day racing in the top tiers of NASCAR. Go to www.iracing.com/ignite for full details.
The yellow flag is out. Pit road is now open. Keep your eye on those gauges. We'll give you 4 tyres. 3, 2, 1, now. We're done. Get going.
Well, Michael Lapp here to Bristol Motor Speedway for completion of race number 20 here at Motorsports Xfinity Series. Let me give another shout out here to our sponsors, as always, here for Motorsports Xfinity Series and also here in LCTV. And so they Club Process Accessories, along with Two-Side Awareness, Randy's Wraps, and also his Outlaw Camera. Check him out on Facebook and YouTuber. So we'll wrap things up here from Bristol. First off, we're going to interview here the top few finishers. And the guy who came in P3 here tonight, Jonathan Mazzelli, from the Broadhouse booth. Jonathan Mazzelli, what's going on? LCB Markets booth, got me? Jonathan Mazzelli, got a copy. Got a copy?
Hello?
There you go. So, yeah, Jonathan Mazzelli, you're right here in the podium. We're going to finish here P3 in the number 4 machine. Great run for you on your fifth career start here at the Motorsports Xfinity Series. Came just shy there of second place at the end of it, but good put in a finish for you. You know, it was pretty crazy there. We got that huge wreck, took a lot of the favorites, and you were able to just sneak your way through there, and did a great job of missing that wreck. Just talk about the race as a whole and how, you know, short track racing is for you.
Oh, the race as a whole was pretty good. My car was really tight the whole time. Not sure what I was doing wrong, but that accident I missed was insane. I don't know how I missed it. It just luck, but it was a pretty fun race.
Yeah, certainly, and we saw, you know, a lot of guys kind of hitting the outside wall and just misjudging it coming off of the corner or even in the corner. So, which kind of line do you run? Did you feel like you could really be comfortable running right next to the outside wall, or did you kind of run a little bit lower?
For me, the outside wall was faster, but it was less consistent. So at the end there, as you can see, I was all the way at the bottom, trying to get my left side tires off the track, actually. It made it turn better, and it was more consistent for me.
I led 10 laps there during that caution, the first few green flag laps there before. Unfortunately, we ended up getting the wall there off of turn 2, I believe it was. You know, we saw about 15 laps to go. The accident happened, you went through, and you got the lead right there. And Jim Ott was really trying to chase you down, really trying to get that lead back from you. Also, Chase Berry right there in second or third behind him at the time. What was going through your mind there at the last 50 laps? Did you think you had something for Jim to hold him off, and you had the check position? Did you feel like you could really hold him off? What kind of line were you running? Kind of running a defensive line, or just what was happening right there in your mind? You there?
Yes, I'm sorry. I knew Jim Ma was a lot faster than me, and I was trying to hold him off as long as I could, and try to learn something from holding him off. But in the end, he was just a lot faster and got around me. There's nothing I could do about it.
Yeah, alrighty. Well, any shouts we'll give here for your podium finish?
I just want to thank AMS Motorsport. I want to thank you for broadcasting, and it was a fun race again. Thank you.
And certainly, and I appreciate your time here, Jonathan. Have a good night.
Yes, sir. You too.
Alrighty, now with your second place finisher tonight, Chase Berry. Got caught up in an accident there towards the end and wasn't really able to recover, but still a good run for him. Broadcast booth here. Chase Berry, got a copy.
Yep.
So, Chase, wild night in Bristol, as you'd usually expect. Came out just short. Second place finish once again for you here tonight, leading 22 laps. And all night long, you were a threat for the lead there in the top 3. And unfortunately for you, that, you know, Justin and you made the contact there for the lead after the really hard racing, and you got into the inside wall, heavy front end damage. Still recovered to finish second here tonight, but wasn't really able to recover back up to the race lead to pass Jim for the win. But a pretty crazy night. Good run for you overall, even though, you know, a good second place finish, of course, but obviously not the spot you wanted. Just talk about your race there and what happened between you and Justin.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. I know me, Jim, and Justin, we just like set sail. We just having a blast, man. Like just giving, taking, having fun. And then I guess Justin got around on the bottom, and when he came up, I I mean it's kind of one of the racing deals. He came up, I came down a little bit. So I mean nobody's fault, but except for Justin, it might have been more his fault. Like 75-25 his fault. But no, it was fun. I mean, like I said, it was a blast. It's just riding high and putting on a show.
Yeah, certainly. And at the end there, you kind of fell back. I don't know if you got any damage fixed or not. And certainly, Bristol, you don't need a clean car to finish the race here in a good position. Did you think you maybe had a shot there to get your way back through the field and get there and challenge for the win, or do you kind of feel like your night was kind of over after that?
Yeah, when I wrecked, I hit the wall really hard, and I had I think 3.5 minutes of damage, and I got it down to 3. So the fact that I even finished second was insane. Cause it was probably topping out about 8,000 RPMs, and it just wouldn't go. But I was just able to drive it in the corner a lot deeper since I was going so much slower, and it kind of kept up. But Jim was just setting sail. He fresh car, stayed out of trouble all night. So I mean, if I had a fresh car, like I said, if capital If, it's Bristol, so it happens. If I had a fresh car, I may have been able to put on another good show. But congrats, Jim. On that.
Yeah, certainly. And we saw a lot of guys mostly running the high side there, as you'd expect here at Bristol. And of course, on short runs or on fresh tires, you're going to kind of arc the corner a little bit more, get the inside lane working to make passes. How did you try to make passes or even defend guys off the other night?
Usually we just try to I mean, when I was trying to pass Justin, just try to get to his outside because the outside's key. But Justin runs a weird line. He can be low on the track and still get the run off. It's insane. But I mean, the bottom came in here and there a little bit, but you just had to make sure the outside person mess up. But the high side was still a place to be all night.
Yeah, certainly. And any shout outs to give here for our finish?
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to Justin. It was a great race. Put on a heck of a show for you guys, and Jim too. Congrats on the win too. And I got to give a shout out to my Madden guys. They let me quit playing Madden for the night to come play. Evan, CDA, Tugboat, and Spartan. They watched the race while playing Madden. So give a shout out to them guys for being such troopers and not advancing on me.
Well, I appreciate your time here, Chase. Congratulations on the second, and have a good night.
All right.
Alright, Chase Berry always does the great interviews, but the man who came on top of the scoring bell on here, Jim Mott, is leading 48 laps. Going to pick up a checkered flag here tonight. We're going to get a word with him right here. Jim, I got a copy.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, Jim, you managed to go back-to-back here for the first time this season in the Atchison Motorsports Xfinity Series, winning here at Bristol. And a pretty crazy race there all night long. You saw you, Justin, and Chase battling for the lead. And even Jonathan there after that rental took out Justin and Chase pretty much. Pretty chaotic there. So a lot of guys trying to pull some slide jobs. Really aggressive racing all night long. You got stage points on all the stages and ended up picking up here with the victory at the end. And just pretty crazy as Bristol you'd usually expect it to be. You saw kind of advanced on when Jonathan made a mistake there and got on the outside wall, and from that point never really looked back. Kind of set sail and got the victory here. Just talk about your race and how you wish for the victory here tonight.
Yeah, you said it, man. It was crazy. There's pretty much only one line to run here, and that was that high line. So, the guy in front of you is going to have to make a mistake because I tried to bottom him several times in the beginning of these runs, and it just would not stick. So, I'm sure you saw that though. We were battling it out, us three. And Jonathan too. He did a nice job, but yeah, I mean that was pretty much it. You just had to stay on that high line, keep the momentum, and just hope the other guy in front of you made a mistake.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely had a front row seat there for the contact there between Justin and Chase, and you actually got into Chase Berry just a little bit there at the front end as you had nowhere to go. Just talk about what you saw right in front of your windshield right there as you're right behind that, and what you did to try to keep off of Chase and not get involved.
Yeah, it looked like Chin. I got into the wall on that front stretch and hit Justin's right rear and hooked him, and you know, when that happens like that, we're nose to tail as we are on a short track. You know, contact's going to be made, and that's kind of what happened. I got into chase and pretty much finished Justin off. So hate it for him, but you know, overall it was a lot of fun. You know, these guys make it great. A lot of fun, you know, racing as we were, and we're all pretty much just going for the win tonight.
Yeah, certainly, and you managed to pull that one off. If you won last week at Watkins Glen, so back-to-back for you here as we get closer and closer to the chase each and every week. Any shots we'll give here to that Bright Victory Lane?
Yeah, I'm just trying to get some of that Justin Wilson, you know, celebrity status. But yeah, Roy for putting on the lead, of course. You up there, I'm sure we had a good show tonight, and you know, Justin and Chase, a lot of fun racing them.
Yeah, certainly, and appreciate your time here, Jim. Congrats with the win, and have a good night.
Appreciate it, Lucas.
Alrighty, that was your race winner here tonight, Jim Mott, and the number 3 machine winning back-to-back here for the first season of Atchison Motorsports Xfinity Series, and now guy had a bit of a tough night, but nevertheless, I'm going to get an interview with him as also has a special message for us here tonight. So remember, Atchison in the booth here. Atchison, got a copy.
Got you loud and clear, buddy.
So, Roy, a tough night for you here tonight at Bristol. You did pick up a lap led, which gave you a bonus point, but got wrecked there a couple times, I believe, and again, really rough night for you. But I also want to let you talk about what you wanted to talk about here coming tonight.
Well, I just want to congratulate my guys for doing so well. We're getting close to the chase. This season's about to end in about 13 weeks, and we're going to start a new one in January 21st. I was racing for my wife because she has a procedure to be done, and I'm going to allow my guys to take over at, I think it is at Great America, I think it is.
Road America, yeah.
And they're going to go there, and then our last stop's going to be Indy, and then start the chase at Darlington and move on from there. We're getting closer to the end of this one. We have some issues with some people, but you know what? That happens when you go to racing. That's just it. I mean, that's all we can do, right?
Yeah, certainly, and also thoughts and prayers there with your wife. I hope everything goes well with the surgery and whatnot. And any shout-outs, I guess, you want to give here for your run here tonight, Bristol?
Yeah, I want to thank my wife for letting me do this thing, you know, providing all the money to run this week out, week in. I know the guys appreciate what we do, and it's fun, and when it stops being fun is the day I'll quit. You know, that last wreck was totally not my fault, but what can you do? You move on, and I'll see you all at Indy.
Yeah, certainly. Yeah, appreciate your time here, Roy, and have a good night.
You too, buddy.
Alright, that's Roy, the same league owner, number 88 machine, finishing out the night now. But I'm going to take a look here through your results here, top to bottom. Let's see your results. So first up here, Jim Mott will pick up the win here, back-to-back in Atchison Motorsports Xfinity Series. Chase Berry got to come home in second. Jonathan Mazzella picks up his career best finish in third, if I'm not mistaken on that. Two Gates going to come in fourth. The Kirk runs to top 5. First car, 1 lap down. Jeff Meyer and got caught up in the accident. They're going to finish in 6th for Atchison. A tough lane, going to finish 7th, 20 laps down, but still running at the end. Just Wilson getting caught up in that incident between him there and Chase Berry, kind of squeezing Chase Berry up in the wall and wrecking for the lead there. And it's going to finish in 8th here, 48 laps from the finish. And then Kansas City are going to finish here in last 64 laps down. We appreciate y'all watching tonight's broadcast here tonight, as always. From Bristol, I want to catch you here Tuesday night. Kansas Speedway is where TD Truck Series will be heading. The next Saturday, of course, Bonehead Racing League heads to Phoenix International Raceway for back-to-back short track, pretty much. So it's been pretty exciting to watch Bonehead there in the old Xfinity cars as usual. And then next week, Road America, your Roy said there, and as for Xfinity Series, we're going back to another road, of course, second one of the season, and second one in only 3 races here. So appreciate y'all watching tonight's broadcast. Hope you all have a lovely Sunday night. LCTV signing out.